Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is my take on Tottenham. And really quick, just before we get into the video, it's not going to be a massively long video. I'm going to try and keep this one short. Ironically, there's a lot to talk about, but we'll try and keep it short. So, full-time results: Tottenham 1, Sporting Lisbon 1. Yeah, I didn't really have too much to write about in the game, if I'm honest. I thought for about 50, 60 minutes, Spurs were relatively poor, especially first half. They didn't really threaten too much. They were hardly testing the keeper much. And obviously they found themselves 1-0 down to, of course, Marcus Edwards' goal. Of course, it wouldn't have been anyone else. And then, yeah, they did start to improve. Second half, they were a lot better. Chances were starting to sort of come thick and fast. I mean, we'll get onto the controversy at the end, but that aside, Spurs should have done enough, and they did do enough to win that game tonight. They had their chances, and they were just wasteful, really. And as much as I'm annoyed about the decision, and it's annoying, I am also, if not more annoyed, that the fact that they didn't need that VAR decision at the end. If they'd taken their chances, Eric Dyer could have had a hat-trick tonight. Glancing headers missed that he should have been putting away, and he has put away this season. Bentancur had a glaring chance as well, missed. I think Doherty had a chance that was missed. Kane had one, I can't remember. But they had the chances to put that game away tonight, and they wasted it. No point turning up when you've got qualification in your own hands, turning up in the match in the 60th minute, and that's my personal annoyance. I know a lot of people will be annoyed at the decision, as am I. But yeah, it's just one of them, really. I just think they were in a position where they didn't need to be annoyed at that decision. If they were 3-1 up and that had happened, we would have just waved it off, gone whatever, and Conte wouldn't have been sent off. So that's that bit out of the way. Now the decision. The decision sucked. It really did. I'm not a massive fan of it, and I'm usually, I don't really argue with these things. I'm not some anti-VAR person at all. If you watch my videos, you'll know that. But tonight, I feel like it got it wrong, and I know that will sound really biased, but I did feel like it was wrong decision. I've looked at it. I've not looked at it over and over again, but I've seen the replays and stuff as it happened, and I just cannot come up with any reason why that goal should have been disallowed. I know it was done for offside, but to me, Kane looked in line with the ball. I don't know, to be honest. Those lines, it was very tight, and as we saw at the weekend, if the decision has taken 3.5 minutes to decide, which is ridiculous in itself, surely that if it's taken that long, it's inconclusive. And we saw that at the weekend with Davinson Sanchez. Harry Kane's goal was nearly ruled out because they thought it would have been offside had it touched Davinson Sanchez. The camera angles couldn't prove it. It was inconclusive, and then it falls into the fact that the goal stood. To me, the fact that they've taken nearly 4 minutes to come up with a decision proves that they weren't 100% sure. And if you're not 100% sure, it's inconclusive. So I don't really know anymore. I think it's harsh. I think it is a harsh decision. It's very tight, and I don't know. It's going to be one of these things that people talk about. And the one person that we want to hear from is the referee or the VAR referee or assistant or whatever it is, and you never hear from them. So that is what it is. Conte got sent off. I can't blame him, if I'm honest. And yeah, it just kind of sucked because it was such a good moment as well. And look, if that had been offside, blatant offside, or even what the rule is now, if his leg had been offside or whatever, or his shoulder or whatever, I would have absolutely, and you guys know me, if you watch my channel, you'll know me, that I don't come on this channel to blow smoke up anyone's arse or anything like that. I don't come on here to just be biased to Spurs. If Spurs have been bad, I will say they've been bad. If they've not deserved anything, I will say they've not deserved anything. And if they're on the wrong end of a decision that I felt was unfair, I'd say it's unfair. If I felt the decision was right, even if it felt not in my team's favour, I would say that decision was right because it's there. But I've not seen a different angle to suggest that Kane was offside in that move. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the interviews after the game. But like I said, my main annoyance, as annoying as that decision was, my main annoyance is that Spurs should have put the game to bed. They had the chances and they wasted them. They wasted the chances and they will only hold themselves to blame for that. So that's where my annoyance lies. So yeah, that's where we are. Put it on the plate for them and they throw it away yet again. They don't like being given gifts. Tottenham Hotspur, they do not like it. What was it at the weekend? They had Man U draw with Chelsea. They had Liverpool lose, Arsenal draw, Man City won. Yeah, Man City won. But all your rivals drew or lost. The Spurs were playing Newcastle and they lost. And let Newcastle also then catch up. So they don't like being given gifts, and yeah, it's proven that again today. They had qualification in their own hands. It still is in their own hands, but they could have done it on home soil, and now they have to go away to Marseille, and that will be a difficult game. Then bottom of the group, but difficult game. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's still possible for everyone to qualify as well. I think Marseille is it 6 points. I think Marseille are bottom on 6. Frankfurt and Sporting are on 7 points, and we're top on 8 points. So yeah, it still is possible for Marseille to still finish top of the group, I think, which is it's good for the neutral. But yeah, so it's frustrating, absolutely frustrating. Not a great performance, but better in the second half. So we're in action on Saturday against Bournemouth, 3 o'clock kickoff. Hate it. But yeah, we'll see what happens then. Hopefully a reaction. Hopefully. So I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. And as always, come on, you Spurs.